The Vice President and Secretary of State will be arriving shortly.
Yes. You know, the Americans have been saying recently that the way the president has been handling the economy could be seen as just or wicked. The public has been using the words interchangeably.
Mr. Vice President, do you attribute the economic recovery to the President's executive directive on employment?
Clearly, Americans are resilient. We've created a thriving middle class with our jobs program, which creates opportunities for the advancement of our great nation in a global economy.
You played an integral role in this program. People are calling you the face of American progress. Polls show that you would win if you ran for office. Would you consider it?
I would be honored to serve this country in any capacity. As Vice President, I am of course prepared to occupy the Oval Office if necessary. Also, in my current job, I've learned the importance of patience. When you are dealing with the world's most important economy, you can't expect results right away.
Am I correct in concluding that you will eventually run them?
We don't hold press conferences to address such speculation.
Secretary of State, there has also been talk of your sons running for office. Can you shed any light on that possibility?
I don't know where you've been eavesdropping, but I do know that only time can answer that question.
That's it for today. Thank you all. You know, it's really interesting how they're already talking about me running for office.
They're just goading you. They flatter us so that we'll tell them what they want to hear, but the minute we make a misstep, they'll be the first to drag us down.
I suppose so. I don't know though, not everything they say isn't valid. I mean, I could run, I've always thought about it.
Excuse me for a minute.
The only way I could become president is if I somehow expose the president as unfit for office. Our cursed boy would deny me electoral victory. I could leak classified info revealing his corruption and abuse of power. What am I saying? How could I betray him? The very thought makes me unrecognizable to myself. He's my friend. I cannot do it.
In a recent press conference, the Vice President discusses the possibility. I would be honored to serve this country in any capacity. As Vice President, I am of course prepared to occupy the Oval Office if necessary. I know this would make him happy, and he's more capable than Tony. But our son, he'd have to find another way, and I don't know if he's ready for that. I will seize the day to help him. This business doesn't come naturally to me either, but I will do it for him. I will have to force myself to be firm with him so that he becomes willing to do what's necessary. Honey, I was just reading this article, and I was thinking about how much you've done and how little credit you've gotten for it because you're so behind the scenes with Tony.
Yeah, the press actually had me thinking along those lines earlier.
Well, I was thinking we should do more than just think about it.
Well, maybe, but
A scandal would do it.
we'll talk later. That must be Tony.
Good evening, gracious hostess. Thank you for inviting me to this delectable dinner.
You are too kind. Please come in. Kevin's in the other room. I'll go get him.
I can't. I just can't betray Tony. Maybe if I knew there would be no repercussions, I'd manage to do it. But this big of a lie might very well come back and bite me. Besides, I'm supposed to be his right-hand man, the person who protects him from this kind of plot.
So, we'll have evidence of felonious activity that will put him in jail for many years.
I cannot do this. Tony's my friend.
Listen to yourself. You sound more like a cowardly girl in grade school than the courageous man I married. Show me that you are indeed the man I know in my heart, and take what you deeply desire and know you deserve.
Please stop. I'm only doing the right thing.
Right for a small mind, maybe, but consider the greater good. Think of all you would do for the country, bringing change that a lesser man like Tony can only imagine in his dreams. You can make the American dream a reality. You've worked so hard, and you deserve the chance to prove yourself, and this is the only way.
But if we fail?
Do you want to be a doubting Thomas or President Acheson? Come on, let's get this over with.
Here's the check. Do you have the documents?
Yes, sir.
Just a quick question, sir. Are you sure you know what you're...
Do you presume to know better than the next president of the United States?
No, but...
So then take the check and enjoy your day. As for me, every day Tony Rose remains in office, I am unwell. And rest assured that your good deeds shall not be forgotten by this future president.
It will be done. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, I just fear that Kevin... A coincidence? Roped in by the press. Didn't... play fair.
I feel uneasy about Jordan. And what's worse is that he seems to feel the same way about me. At this stage, I cannot have anyone less than 100% trustworthy in my inner circle. Particularly not someone as clever and as ambitious as him.
You seem anxious. What's wrong?
It's better that you don't know. You can praise me later. I need you to manufacture documents that show Jordan's complicity with Tony's corruption. Something that will send him to an adjacent cell. Alright, bye. Forgive me, but I'm scared. Our secret doesn't feel safe. I don't sleep anymore. At least Tony isn't terrorized by these thoughts every night.
Calm down, Kevin. You have to control your thoughts and not fret.
I'm sorry. I need a minute.
I thought he would be happier and we would change the world, but if he falls apart, it's all for nothing.
My wife and I would like to thank you all for joining us this evening to celebrate my presidency. It is both an honor and a privilege to be here tonight among friends and family.
What's wrong?
I can't get Jordan out of my head. It's like he's haunting me.
You need to push these thoughts out of your head before they get the best of you. I'm so sorry, everyone, but it seems this is worse than normal. Kevin is quite unwell, and this is only temporary, so please see yourselves out.
I hope the president feels better.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Give the president my regards.
How many more will he send to jail? 1, 2, 3? We should just join them. 15, 20, 25 years? We deserve it more than they do. What did I think I was doing? Kevin has turned into a monster. Will this stain ever come out?
Alexandra?
Eugene?
The economy is tanking, and Kevin's only been in office for a couple of weeks.
I don't know what you want me to do about it. You haven't seemed to make an effort to fix any of it.
That's why I'm here. I think we should force Kevin to resign.
I understand, but what makes you think I would help?
Not me, your country. I understand your sense of loyalty to a man we've both worked for multiple years, but he is in the process of jeopardizing all we hope to accomplish. And ultimately, we have to fight to protect the people. We owe them more than we know.
I hear you.
Good, Alexandra.
Yes, Eugene?
Have you ever noticed anything strange about how quickly Kevin rose to power?
Well, if you'd call it strange that all of his opponents ended up in jail, then yes, I would.
I can't help thinking it's more than a coincidence. I knew you wouldn't get your hands dirty, but I thought you might know something.
What do you mean? Are you saying that he manipulated his way to presidency?
Precisely. So the real question is whether you would help me expose him to the world.
I mean, I don't know if I'm the right person for this. I'm the Speaker of the House, for crying out loud. If this goes wrong, both of our careers would be over, and we'd spend the rest of our lives in the equivalent of Siberia.
Not just my career, but my very life I would place in your hands. Because I have the utmost faith that you will deliver if you have to. So will you please join me in this and just important cause? Besides, instead of thinking about what happens if it goes wrong, consider the outcome if it goes right.
Mr.
President.
President.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
No question, Mr. President.
Mr. President, you must have been shocked to find out about Tony, with whom you had been working so closely.
Jordan was your friend too, sir, was he not?
Did you have prior knowledge of his illegalities?
It has all been very shocking and upsetting. I never thought Tony or Jordan were capable of such corruption.
We need to find a person who would give us information to crack Kevin's armor.
But how will we get anyone to talk? They're all going to be afraid of ending up in jail.
With a suitcase full of this, it works like truth serum. Let's try Fabian, Kevin's personal secretary. He surely knows the inside scoop, and Kevin doesn't. And Kevin doesn't treat him too well, so I bet he'll be relatively easy mark. Let's give him a call and make him an offer he can't refuse.
President Achesons' secretary speaking. How may I help you?
Fabian, I'm going to take down your boss. You and I both know how he got to where he is. So let's just cut a deal. I will make you a deal you can either go down with him when I expose him to the world as a fraud and a criminal, or you can accept $2 million in cash exchange for a few incriminating documents.
Okay. Where can I meet you?
At the Empire Diner in 20 minutes.
Who are you?
I'm a former supporter of the president, who is saddened by how low he has sunk in his quest for power. I come from honor and nobility concepts he has apparently forgotten. You will know me when you see me.
Oh, Eugene. Show me your money before I give you $5.
Of course.
Okay, so this file should have everything you need. If anybody asks, it didn't come from me.
We've got him now, Alexandra. In my hand, I have all I need to expose you as the tyrant you are. You can admit your crimes and perhaps shorten your sentence, or you can watch your world crumble when I release this to the public.
You seem to forget that I'm the President of the United States of America. I can squash you like an ant.
When I look back now, it astonishes me that I ever looked up to you. How could you send innocent people to prison? Your good friend Tony or Jordan? Really? How could you? If you will not resign on your own volition, I will see to it that you have no choice in the matter.
I will fight you with every power at my disposal until the handcuffs snap around my wrists. Until then, get the hell out of my office!
Gladly.
Eugene, you did it. Kevin is already under arrest.
Justice has been served. Alexandra, you will be the next President of the United States of America.
I promise to lead this country with the integrity the American people deserve, and to work tirelessly to bring the economy roaring back to robust health. My first act in office will be to pardon all those unfairly sent to prison by predecessor. I vow to restore America's reputation around the world, and to ensure American prosperity for years to come.
I was President of the United States of America, the greatest nation on earth. No one is more powerful than I. I should be on the top of the world. Instead, I am miserable. I'm lost. When I look in the mirror, I see the person I accused Tony of being.